As far as the injuries go, the guys that won't practice today are Taco Charlton, Alex Okafor, Schwartz, Mitch will not practice, or Sammy Watkins. But other than that, everybody else will go. Look forward to the challenge of playing the Broncos. We saw what they did back in New England and how much emotion they played with and the skill that they have. So we've got to have a good week of practice and get ourselves ready to go up there and play. So that's what we're starting on today as we gather back again. So with that, time's yours.
Let's go first to Sam Mellinger. Go, Sam.
Hey, Andy, I know we asked you about this after the game the other day, but now the offensive line, now that you've gotten a chance to see it on film a few times, what did you notice that may or may not have been different? And do you expect that change that you made at center to be permanent?
Well, it'll probably be that way this week. But they'll all be ready to go, and we'll just see how it rolls. But I thought the guys did a good job up front. That was good aggressive football, and they did a nice job for the runners. I mean, the runners had space and utilized it with good vision and pressing the hole, doing all the fundamental things that they do, and it allowed it to have a good day. Somebody needs to turn their mic off there.
There we go. Sorry, guys, technical difficulty. Let's go to Pete Sweeney. Go, Pete.
Good morning, Coach. With Le'Veon in the building, we're about to speak to him in a few moments. Was wondering what the plan is for him this week, and do you have any feel of whether they'll?
You got us, okay?
Yeah, is that better? Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry. Good morning, Coach. With Le'Veon in the building, we're about to get him in a few moments, and I was wondering if there is what the plan is for what he will do this week, and then potential availability this weekend.
Yeah, I think we'll take it day by day, just see how he does and what he's comfortable with. One thing you try not to forget is how much volume you have in the, at this point in the year. And so it really, you got to just have good communication between us and coach and player at that time. So just to see exactly where he's at, but he'll get in, he'll practice, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Let's go next to Herbie Teope. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Coach. Good morning. Specific to the offensive line, Martinez Rankins, his 6-week practice window opens today, coming off of the PUP list. How much do you anticipate potentially seeing what he's able to do, or is he still considered week by week, in your opinion?
Yeah, well, he hasn't done anything, so Herbie, we'll just see how it works out for him, and kind of take that day by day too. Again, we just have to see. That's why they have this in here for us. So you got a 3-week period there that you can work with, and let's just see how he does and where he's at right now.
Go next to Sam McDowell. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Andy. Wanted to ask you about McCole Hardman. What do you? Obviously, he didn't catch a pass on Monday. What do you feel like it's going to take to get him going here?
Yeah, that's how it worked out. I mean, there are going to be certain games that's the way it is with all the spots. So there are certain games that you're going to catch a bunch. This week, D-Rob had, the catches and 10. So, I mean, it just works out that way sometimes. But he'll keep working, and, there's stuff in it. Just depends on how the coverages go.
Go next to Seren Petro. Go ahead, Seren.
Coach, after you've had a number of these games, the Houston game, this last game where you guys have grinded out on the run, and maybe Patrick didn't have some of the glamorous stats that he had in 18, where you were kind of in more back and forth shootouts. There's almost like this tone, like Patrick's not quite clicking. Yet he's on pace for 4,500 yards, 40 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions if he just does what he's doing right now. Is this kind of, you talk to him about that? This is kind of the evolution. You're the hip new thing, and now, they've kind of seen you for a couple of years, and not to get down or not focus too much on what people are saying.
Yeah, you can look at you don't miss a beat on this, but you look at the quarterback rating and that, and it's always high for him. He's doing a great job there, really managing everything, and I'm proud of the progress that he's made in so many areas, but I don't think he worries about all that. I think he just he's okay if the run game works. As long as we're winning, he's real good with that. And he's still going to end up with, I'm sure, as long as everything works out the way it's been going, he'll end up with the numbers. I mean, that takes place, and it helps us, most of all, it helps us win games. So I would tell you just, he just keeps doing what he's doing. He'll be fine. So, but he's got a great attitude about it. Yeah.
Go next to Harold Kuntz. Go ahead, Harold.
Andy, going back to Le'Veon, I know you're always, looking for new plays and wrinkles to improve the playbook, and you've even gone back to the 40s and 50s for plays before. With the addition to Le'Veon, do you feel that this just even opens up more creativity? And then with 46 carries in one game, do you foresee maybe you're getting into 30, 40 range more often with a deep running back group?
Yeah, every week's going to be different. I mean, that's just, you played these different teams and they have different ways of going about their business against you. So, but to have that flexibility, I think is maybe the most important thing and have players that can do those things, I think are important. And so Clyde, my hat goes off to him. He was phenomenal. And, it doesn't hurt to have a running mate or two. And, we're lucky to have a nice group of running backs now, and different flavors. It isn't bad to throw at a defense. And I think when you see Le'Veon, you're going to see how big he is. He's a big man. And so that's a different flavor than maybe what we have at the other spots, but somewhere they're all going to play. I mean, that's just how it goes. But Clyde sure had a nice day and he's had a great year, and we'll welcome in another helping hand. Doesn't hurt at all.
Looks like we got two hands up. We'll go Nate and then Todd to finish this out. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Andy, I wanted to start with this. I don't think we saw Taco leave the game early on Monday. Do you know exactly what his injury is, or if it's a personal day for him? And Brad, I'll have another question.
Yeah, it's not personal days. He is hurt. It happened later in the game, and it started bothering him. It was his knee, and we'll just see how it goes. Give him some time here to let that thing heal up and see how bad it is.
Yeah. And then secondly, Andy, I know we're getting close to the trade deadline. I ask you this every year, it seems, but do you think the trade market is any different this year just because of how different everything is?
Well, the one thing you notice, you got so many guys now with the new rules, all the people you can keep. So your roster looks bigger than before. I don't know if that changes the thought process in trading, but I'll be curious to see how things go as it winds down here, but it doesn't seem like there's been a ton of movement up to this point for sure.
Go last to Todd Levo. Go ahead, Todd.
Hey, Coach, I wonder if you guys have any concerns at all about Le'Veon fitting into your locker room. He's had a pretty uneven last couple of years with sitting out and then getting released after signing the big deal. Just what are your thoughts about him fitting in with you guys, and how much research did you do on him as a teammate before you guys brought him in?
Yeah, Brett doesn't let anything slide, so he checks into everything. And then we obviously know people. I'm a small fraternity in this league, so I think we felt like he would fit in fine. So would be your answer. Yep.